Hello. This screencast will go ahead and walk everybody through the TIE 535 benchmark assignment. For this assignment, you're going to be completing a UBD model. You're going to be applying all the ideas, concepts, frameworks of the course into creating your own unit and lesson plan. If you look on our class website, I have created a new tab for us called Benchmark Assignment. It has all the requirements for the course. If you scroll down, it will talk about there's 3 different components. You'll have to develop a unit of instruction that is enhanced by the use of technology. And then underneath you can see there's all the scoring rubric. We have the criteria and indicators, and you will be scored on a Likert scale of 0 for not present or unacceptable, all the way up to 3 where the element exceeds expectations. Part 2 of the benchmark assignment is to actually create a sample lesson plan. Again, the criteria and indicators are listed below. Also on the Likert scale of 0 to 3. Basically, you could think about this project as creating a 4 to 5 day unit following the UBD model. Inside of that unit plan, you're going to take one day and create an entire lesson plan for that day. So your lesson plan will need to include all of the elements that you need for the lesson plan, the introduction, following the performance task, any kind of scoring rubric or documents that the students might need to be able to complete that lesson plan. If you do want to print out the benchmark assignment, if you look at the top right hand corner, you can see there's a PDF version available. I've also uploaded 3 other elements for you. There is a completed UBD lesson plan that you can take a look at as a resource, as well as a template. So let's go ahead and first look at the final component of a lesson plan. This lesson plan is called Create a Zoo. It was created by a student about 2 years ago. And the whole concept is that he wanted to teach his 4th grade students about ecosystems. So the template includes all the units you need. Here's the summary of the context. It's the background for why you're doing the lesson. You will need to have all your standards, the Illinois Learning Standards, as well as the ISTE National EdTech Standards for students. The lesson goals, and then of course for the UBD model you'll need to complete all 3 stages. Stage 1, having your enduring understandings, all of the essential questions, as well as a chart of the 6 facets of understanding. This isn't necessarily what you're going to be doing in each of the lessons. It could be completed based on the entire unit, but you need to list each of the 6 facets and how you believe that the students are going to get to that level of understanding through your lesson. Stage 2, you'll have to have your performance task. Complete the GRASPS model so that you can walk through how you're going to create your performance tasks, and then also include the overall performance task narrative. This needs to be listed and written out exactly as you would be giving it to your students, or exactly how you would be talking to your students about it. For example, this one is written as a new zoo director has contacted the teacher. They're going to be setting land aside to build an entire new zoo, and he wants the students' input on what kind of biomes that need to be included. Okay? So write out your performance task, and then the final component, of course, having a scoring rubric for that performance task. Finally, when you do stage 3, you actually have to have your lesson plans. For the unit plan, you only need to say day 1, day 2, day 3, what you're going to accomplish for each day. For part 2 of the benchmark, you do need to complete an entire lesson plan. That lesson plan can be done either on the UBD Where To model, or you can follow the Gagne's 9 events of instruction, whichever one you're more comfortable with. What you do need to include, obviously, the objectives and goals for that lesson, the Illinois standards, your NET standards, the different activities, prior knowledge, the procedures, activities for the actual lesson plan itself, and of course including any kind of differentiation instruction you're going to have for meeting the different needs of your students, exactly like we did in our last lesson for differentiation. Okay? On the site you will see I have included a blank template. You can follow this template. It has all the different stages for the UBD model, all the pieces and components that you'll need to complete. You don't have to follow this model if you want to write it out on your own, come up with your own format. It's perfectly fine. This is just provided for you as a guide. If you do have any questions, obviously feel free to contact me via email, or I will be on Skype on Monday night at 7 o'clock. Good luck.
So Anders registered before he went to school this morning. Monday, he had, what was it? Tuesday is scheduled with football and scouts did not provide any time. And Monday, he was a mess, as you know. He couldn't even sit in front of the computer to do his homework.
This is terrible. I hate doing this. Monotone.
So good at
Shut up.
talk to me. Tell me how to do my lesson plan. Give it to me straight.
I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna try it again.
No, that was good. I'll do it again.
It won't stop. I don't know if it's done.
That's fine.